Vino, 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 V-I-N-O, Vino, 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 V-I-N-O, Vino, 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 V-I-N-O, Vino, 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 V-I-N-O, Vino, Vino.
Let's go.
Vino, Vino.
Let's go.
Vino, Vino.
Let's go.
V-I-N-O, Vino, Vino.
Let's go.
Vino, Vino.
Let's go.
Vino, Vino.
V-I-N-O. Vino. What's going on? What's going on, my peoples, my people? What it be? What it be? Welcome to Vino Entertainment TV, which is based on what we have here. Firearm violence, domestic violence, and we do what? We feed the unfortunate. So what's going on, Perp?
Hey, what's going on? How everybody doing out there?
Hopefully everybody's doing well and well as all with everybody. Blessings to one, blessings to all. Yeah, blessings. Today we're going to talk about violence, firearm violence. You know, we have mothers, we have fathers, we have sister brothers, we have grandmas, you call those people step parents. You have you got that step parents, godparents. You can have foster parents. It's foster parents, yeah. Foster parents love their kids too that they foster. You know what I mean?
They have to, because there's a foster parents is taking in kids that nobody else, other people is not raising right, or the state don't feel they're raising them right, or you know how that go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the state doing them in foster homes.
Yeah, I know. Man, you know.
The juvenile justice system will too, though.
Yeah.
They'll send you the one for like a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's where some kids may need to go, because right now,
that's what happened to me as a juvenile. Yeah, they sent me to using a house with a roommate. You know, I mean, a normal house.
You got in trouble when you were young.
Oh yeah, that was a kid. I was like 12, 13 years old.
Okay, you was a young boy.
Yeah.
You're a real young boy. But you know, how can things get better if nobody is held accountable for their actions as far as firearm? You know what I'm saying? Why would you fire a round of bullets in a crowded parking lot, or a crowded mall, or people go to the mall and shoot firearm, and I guess people just be so mad in the moment when they do it, they don't think about it. But then after they cool off, 48 hours, 24 hours, whatever, they start thinking about, it wasn't that bad. I should have just stopped. You know what I mean? But what makes a person not able to stop from the actions that they're doing and they know they're wrong. You know, that's when I think they need a hotline for people who's angry and that might spiral out of control at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But they do have crisis hotlines. But I don't know if this would be entwined with the firearm violence with the crisis hotline. Would they be involved with the crisis hotline as well for when it comes down to firearm violence?
Well, it all depends on the situation. You know, everybody don't handle the situation the same way. Some people feel like they need to take the law into their own hands. They don't even trust the authorities to take care of situations no more because of all the crooked situations that's been going on with that too.
But see, it don't have to be authority. It can just be a hotline of mothers.
Oh yeah, people can always network.
It can be a mothers who have had kids who have been demised through firearm, who can take those phone calls.
Yeah, it's like
for people in distress.
A coalition of people together and they have common cause. Yeah, that could be formed, but you got to have like-minded people that got the same goal in mind.
Right. Right.
Coming in with, I think it should be like this. But yeah, everybody should be considered, but it should be a common goal at the end. Because if not, it's gonna still be confusion.
Yeah.
So they're gonna feel like, I'm not being heard, or this person not being heard.
I'm gonna call one of my good friends, one of my sisterhood sisters, and ask if she can help me see how I can go about getting a group of women who have had their kids demised with firearms, how we can demise a 1-800 hotline where someone can call you who's involved in firearm violence, who wants to call you before things happen. Because they may be having a change of mind, but they don't have anybody to talk to with that change of mind, so just go with their first mind. Sometimes when they have another option, it changes their first mind.
So it's all about discipline in the mind too. You gotta have discipline to look past whatever's pissing you off for it.
I'm gonna see if I can get some of my sisterhood sisters to help me out with that, and because I believe it can be done, Perk. I believe it can be called Firearm Violence Hotline.
Yeah.
When someone's, well, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go to Perp House and to Mr. Perp House, and I'm gonna saturate him up, But then I'm sitting in the car thinking, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then and then they start thinking, well, if I do this, I'm gonna go to jail, whatever. Then they need someone to call, someone to talk to. But sometimes people don't want to call their parents or someone they know because they don't want to be judged. So this is a number where this would be where they can call someone where they're not judged before they do something that they don't want to really do. And I think this would be good for teenagers too. This is more like teenagers, because a grown-up should know.
That could be a crisis hotline. Yeah, that's a crisis. For the simple fact that a person can make a crucial decision right then that could change their whole life. That's like preventing a crisis right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what them type of lines supposed to be for people to be able to talk to somebody that they can really talk to. It ain't nothing about just calling a phone number and talking to a machine.
But what I'm going to do to it tomorrow, I got something to do. But the next day, I'm going to call down here to Detective Shepard. I know him. I know a couple of detectives downtown, because I had spoken to them before about some incidents that happened on the internet here on YouTube. So I'm going to call them again and see if I can get some answers from them that can lead me in the right way, and see if I can talk to the chief and see if I can, that's Chief Garcia. But I know the detective, a couple of detectives down there I can talk to, and they know my situation already. And I can ask them, how can I go about doing what I need to do, I guess. And I'm going to get some of my sisterhood sisters and see how I can get some help, and I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to get with Cassandra too and see how we can make that happen. Yeah. I think it's a good thing, Perk. But anyway, y'all, I'm just trying to make some thoughts of everything, you all. That's all. That's just basically it.
Bino Entertainment TV. Firearm, domestic violence, molestation, feeding the homeless, and yes, we are in the community. It's Bino Entertainment TV. Bino, 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 Bino. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. Firearm, domestic violence, molestation, feeding the homeless, and yes, we are in the community. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. It's Bino. D-I-N-O. D-I-N-O. Bino. 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 Firearm, domestic violence, molestation, feeding the homeless, and yes, we are in the community. It's Bino. It's Bino. D-I-N-O. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's Bino. It's Bino. Bino. Bino.
But yeah, so make sure you all like, share, and subscribe, please, and hit that notification bell. It's not like Perk don't put out any kind of good content, because I really do. I talk about things that people don't like to talk about. I talk about things that's going on in the world with our youth, our elderly, our unfortunate, our people who has been violated due to any kind of violence. You know, I've been doing that. So please, I would really appreciate it. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, because I want people to know what happened to my son. I want people to know what happened to my son, and I want people to feel, you know, freely to come by and speak to me about what they went through. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hoo-da-hoo, hoo-da-hoo, hoo-da-hoo. Whoa, whoa. Hoo-da-hoo. Whoa, whoa. Perk, 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 perk. Hoo-da-hoo. Perk, 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 perk. hit that like, share, subscribe button, and the notification bell. Dino Entertainment TV. Perk. Woo-woo. Woo-woo. Hey. Perk. Woo-woo. Perk. Woo-woo. Hey, that's what that is. Yeah, we on the 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 3s and 4s. Oh, that's right. But hey, Purpose on Facebook with Being Entertainment TV, Instagram, and Zoom. Yeah, check us out on all of those social media sites. Like I was saying earlier, that Texas is almost like they don't care because they pass the law so easily for firearm violence for children. Even children that can get a firearm. Children who is not even in a good mental state of mind because we're not doing any background checks anymore. We're not doing that. You just go in with your little bag, get your heat, pick your bullets up, you know what I'm saying? Which is not fair. It's not fair for mothers like me, mothers like you, for mothers who has been in predicaments like me, who has had their kids been demised such as me, like me. It is a mother's pain when she loses a kid, because we never think that our kids is to bury us, the parents. I never thought that I would bury my kid. My kid is supposed to bury me. And I was holding back on credit for him. My credit, I was planning on having to give him an apartment, all the furniture, you know what I'm saying? I was planning on having him get his cable, everything he needed in his apartment. I was getting my credit A1 to help him. Because I know and I knew he was that king. And I know and I knew that he was not selfish. And I knew he deserved every bit and any and everything that I could do for him. That's why I had my credit up to A1 to par. I had hopes and dreams. My hopes and dreams were just shot the fuck down. It was shot down. My son didn't have any kids. I wanted grandkids. I wanted to see him to be a beautiful young man. I didn't get the chance. I was robbed. Somebody else was robbed of that shit. That's fucked up. I wasn't the only person robbed. But I'm not the only person hurt either. And that's why I think firearms should not be allowed in the USA. I think we should have something else involved to take care of the other problems. Like Perk was saying, firearm violence should be able to be only to protect your home, not to hurt people. And yeah, I know. Well, Perk, firearms don't hurt people. People hurt people. You're right. People hurt people. They do. But with that firearm, we know that person may or may not never come back.
That's right. Yeah. They don't think about it at the moment. A lot of people nowadays, they just live in the moment. They not thinking about the future consequences of their actions, or they don't think to themselves, will this meet my needs over time or nothing? They just make a hasty decision.
It's crazy.
Not thinking about what's going to happen, what's the repercussions going to be later on.
I'm sick of it. I'm just fed up with this damn violence. I'm just sick with the firearm violence. It's enough already. It is enough. We already got domestic violence going on. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes with domestic violence, sometimes come along with firearm violence. You got 2 in 1. 2 in 1. Because I've seen people, the news, the news, where firearm and domestic violence all in the same. It was the same, wrapped all up in the same plan. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
Beat her and then shot her. So domestic violence and firearm violence,
all in one thing.
Come on now, that's too much. If you don't beat a person, why the hell you gonna go get a firearm and just go ahead and just demise them? You gotta beat the shit out of them. So why the hell you gonna go get a firearm and finish them off? You already done beat them already. A woman. I'm talking about a man doing this to a woman. Not the woman doing this to the man, but if a man doing this to the woman, if this man is beating up this woman, domestic violence, whatever. Why the hell you gonna get a firearm for? Put this in the scenario with that. You already done beat her to damn death. You done beat her up already. So why would you go get a firearm and put it in the same scenario with it? Why do that? Wasn't that enough? They wasn't enough. And when people do something when people do things like that, it's personal. That's some personal shit to me.
That's crazy.
It's personal. When you done beat me up before you demise me, and you gonna demise me, that means it's personal. That's what they say. When somebody stab you so many times, more than two times, it's personal. Isn't that the same damn thing? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just asking. But wouldn't that be the same thing?
Yes, it is. Definitely.
That's crazy. So you have to be careful about who you talk to, interact with. Bring your house, bring your kids, your mama. I ain't seen fools get so mad at the woman and go off the parents. Yeah. I sure have. Off the freaking parents. And they thought they were such a nice young man. They called him their son. Yeah. Off the parents.
I don't know what level of hell that come from.
It's so much devilment going on. Lord. You don't know who to turn to, talk to. You don't even know what damn churches to go to no more. I don't go to a church that have ATMs in them. Yes. I remember I was doing telemarketing. And we was telemarketing. I used to call churches to telemarket ATMs to come into the church. Some churches have ATMs inside of them, especially the mega churches. Yeah. And the churches in the communities is not even doing any giving help. They're not even going out in the community, doing footwork in the community. Some pastors look better. Some pastors and the cars look better than the community. You paying for his cars and shoes and his dress and wardrobe, and he ain't coming out to your house. The sister ain't coming to your house. The wife ain't coming to your house. You know what I'm saying? The sisters, the deacon, anybody come to your house, but you going to church every Sunday, paying your tithes, but you ain't got a new doorknob, a new roof. That same window pane back in the back there still out. You know what I'm saying? But we giving you our money out of the community to for the church. And we dressing you. We giving you wheels to roll in. And the community look like shit. Drug infested. Firearm infested. Poverty, basic poverty. But you the community on Sundays dressed out sharp. You can't even come out here to. I mean, that's another thing about firearm violence. We ain't even getting together. I'm sick of this crap. I'm getting on my nerve, prayer.
And 150 to 70% below the poverty level.
Yeah.
Well, I how could you some place like that get?
And the first person caught out in poverty is us.
Yeah,
But they're saying
we spend the most money and don't have nothing.
But I read what it said one time. Where it said, it's more Caucasian people who is homeless than the African Americans, the Mexicans. I read that. I had to read it twice and make sure I read what I read.
I can believe that too. That sounds about right.
I don't know, Prep. There's some things going on. I don't know.
I'm talking about from the cities I see. Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like that.
I have no time for snakes and jakes. Couldn't make be for me. Get the fuck about my face. Glad of my scenery. Ask about my day to day. I'm in with Sanoki. I'm in a mission to make a way. They wanna take from me. I give them for them just to take from me. And now that I know there's a vacancy, deep in my heart for some people, please pray for me. I cannot fuck with the fake you see. I stay in realms of reality. Pirate gang, baby, that's my regime. Microscope, everything.